Hi, I'm Peter Yolen, President and CEO of TheListingWidget.com. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how to create a graphic for Craigslist to help you market your flyers, websites, and virtual tours that you've created on TheListingWidget.com. Since we only have a few minutes, let's get started. And I'm going to move quickly, but remember, you can always roll this back and watch a part over again. I'm going to work on flyers, and I want you to know that since I do a lot of testing out of my account's going to look different than yours. Normally, you would just go to Sent Flyers, and you would see the property addresses of the flyers that you've sent. Since I'm not a realtor, most of the flyers I'm sending don't have addresses. They're really testing different functionality. So I need to go to Show All Flyers, and I'm going to click on a test flyer that I sent today. And here it is, and this is marketing a fictitious home that we have. But what you'll notice is on the left-hand side, we have a series of buttons. One of the buttons is Get the Craigslist HTML version. I'm going to click on that. When you do that, what you'll see is we have 4 different template styles right now, which are bullets left, bullets right, description left, and description right. And that's because some of our templates have bullet points, some just have descriptions. The flyer that I sent does not have bullet points, so we're going to work with descriptions. So I'm going to click on the descriptions right, and as you can see here, I have a drop-down. And what this drop-down does, it allows us to get to any of the templates that we already have pre-built in the system, and you can use these exactly as they are. But I want to create something custom, so I'm just going to start with the brown tan, and I'm going to click Choose Template, and here we are. And what I'm going to do here is we're going to begin to modify how the template looks. And as you can see, we've pulled in the photograph and the description, the property address, and so on. One of the nice features that we have is that when you highlight any of the areas that you're going to edit, we actually highlight that area on the template as well, so you really get a good sense of what's going on here. So let's click Edit, and we're going to start with the headline. First thing I'm going to do, and notice in all the areas you can adjust the text, you can make the text size larger, you can adjust the alignment of the text, you can do it center, left, or right. Make the fonts larger or smaller, and of course you can change the color of the background, and you can change the font color as well as the typeface. I'm going to do all of that here. Now, I like to market in kind of a wild way when I'm doing these because I think there's a lot of noise to get over in the real estate industry as far as realtors marketing their properties. And here you can see I've made my headline a bright yellow, but we've lost the ability to see the text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color of the text by clicking on the color picker. I'm going to pick sort of a burgundy color. There we go. And notice how it refreshes instantly. This way we're giving you a preview of exactly what it's going to look like when you finish creating the tool. So I like the way that looks. Actually, you know what? Let's make the text a little bit larger. There we go. And I said I was going to change the font, so let's change it. I happen to like the ampersand in that particular font. Okay, that looks great. Now let's move on. Go back to the editor by clicking back to the editor, and let's change the address area. Now what I want to do here is I'm going to change the background color. And I was born in October, so I'm going to go for something kind of pumpkinish. And I think we ought to make that font larger, so I'll click on font size. There we go. And I'd like to make that font a different color. So I'm going to pick sort of a dark green here. Though that's a little too bright. I'm going to pick a dark green. Or hopefully I'm going to pick a dark green. I like that one. There we go. Much better. All right. When this is done, I just click back to the editor. And what I want to do is I want to run through just a couple other areas here. I'm going to do comments, and I'm pretty much going to do the same thing. I'm going to change the background color, and we'll make this kind of a wild blue, and we can actually change the font to go with that a little bit better, maybe a dark blue. And as I move through it, it's very easy, as you can see, to make all the changes. I like to work with the price because I always think the price should be larger. So I'm just going to do that. And let's see, I'm just going to pick some colors quickly and get this thing built. So there's a little bit of pink. And now, one thing I want to show you is down here where it says click here for the full flyer, this is where the viewer will click to view the flyer or the website or the virtual tour that you're linking to. Now, because this is HTML, we really can't change the way the font looks or the style of the font or the color. All we can do is we can change the size and the background. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And just because I think we want to make sure that people aren't confused by that, we're going to make that background white. Whoops, I clicked on the wrong thing, sorry. We're going to revert. And notice how when I click the revert button, the reset, it only changed the area that I was working in. Okay, it didn't change everything. Okay, so now we're going to, let's pick that pink, let's see, pink. There we go. pink, and I think I'm going to make that font just a tad smaller. All right. Oh, actually, I'm in the wrong area. Let me go back, do the editor, and now let's get done here on the link. And here on the link, this is where we're going to make the background white, and we're going to make the font larger. I apologize, I was in the wrong spot. So here it's pretty evident that you would click on this link to see the full flyer. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the one area where you actually would use the Save button when you're making changes. So let's go back to the editor,